Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, our today's topic is soil composition and soil profile. Let's try and understand what is soil. Soil is a mixture of organic matter, minerals, gases, liquids, and organisms that together support life. It forms at the surface of land, or you can say it acts as the skin of the earth. Soil is capable of supporting plant life and is vital to life on the earth. Soil performs many functions. I have pointed some 4 important functions here. Soil acts as a medium for plant growth. It acts as a means of water storage, supply, and purification. Soil acts as a modifier of Earth's atmosphere. It acts as a habitat for organisms. So what is the soil composed of? Soil is composed of 5 major components, that is mineral particles, that includes clay, silt, sand and gravel. Organic matter. Organic matter is actually what? It is decaying plant and animal material. Water, air and living organisms or soil biota. That includes bacteria, fungi and earthworms, etc. Like you see here, mineral particles form 45% of the soil. Air is 25%. We have 25% water. Then organic matter is 5%, where you see 80% of the organic matter is humus, 10% is roots and 10% is organisms. A healthy soil should have a balance of all these components. How do soils form, or how does the soil formation take place? The soil has taken thousands of years to form, and this soil forms when big rocks break down into smaller pieces or smaller rocks by the continuous action of water, wind, or that process is called as weathering. Or you can say weathering is the process by which the rocks are broken down into smaller pieces by the action of wind and rain. It takes many years for these rocks to break down into smaller pieces, and these smaller pieces get further broken down to form sand and silt, and ultimately the finer particles are formed and the process continues. These fine particles then form the top layer of the soil. This process is very slow. It takes some thousands of years to form just 1 centimeter layer of soil. So from this point you can understand how important soil is for us and why do we need to conserve or preserve this important natural resource. A number of natural forces called as agents work to break down the parent rock into tiny particles. These agents, you can call them as agents of weathering also. These includes wind, water, sun's heat, frost, plants and animals. So the rocks are mainly broken down by 2 types of weathering, that is physical weathering and chemical weathering, and sometimes what happens, biological weathering also takes place. What is physical weathering? Physical weathering is the breakdown of the rocks uh, from the result of a mechanical action. Temperature change, abrasion or frost can cause rocks to break down. Like you can see here in these images, this is the physical weathering of rocks or physical breakdown of rocks by the action of temperature, abrasion or frost, etc. Physical weathering happens especially in places where there is little soil and few plants grow, such as in mountains and hot deserts. Chemical weathering is the breakdown of rocks through a change in their chemical makeup, or you can say chemical weathering happens when the minerals within the rocks react with water, air, or other chemicals, and this chemical weathering changes the molecular structure of rocks and soil. You can see here these images. Like this is how rocks look like when chemical weathering occurs or takes place. Biological weathering is the breakdown of rocks by the action of living organisms. Burrowing animals, they make burrows that help water and air to get into the rock, and then ultimately then weathering starts slowly and gradually. Plant roots, plant roots grow into the cracks of these rocks, which makes these rocks to split into the parts, and these rocks then are split into the parts and then are further broken down into smaller pieces, and then into finer pieces, and ultimately that leads to the formation of soils. So this is how soils are formed by the physical weathering, chemical weathering, and biological weathering. Now coming to soil profile. Soil profile is defined as the vertical section of the soil from the ground surface downwards to where the soil meets the underlying rock. Or you can say a soil profile is a vertical cross section. It's a vertical cross section made of layers that are running parallel to the surface. You can see here, this is the surface layer, this is the surface layer, this is called as humus or organic matter, you can call it, and we call these layers as horizons, and this layer is called as O horizon. This is the surface layer, and below the surface layer is topsoil. So this is topsoil, this layer from here to here, this is topsoil, or we can call it as A horizon. So below the topsoil we have subsoil, or you call it as B horizon, and below B horizon or subsoil we have parent material, or you call it as C horizon. So this is the partly weathered rock. You can see the fragments of rocks here. So this is the partly weathered rock, or you call it as parent rock, and below the parent rock is the bedrock, underlying bedrock, which is called as R horizon. These layers actually, so these layers are called as horizons, or call them as soil horizons. So this is O horizon, surface layer, topsoil, subsoil, parent material, and this is the bedrock. So this image will help you understand the soil profile, in a much better way maybe. So this is the bedrock, R horizon, and above the bedrock is parent material or partially weathered rock, or weathered rock fragments you call them. So this is the weathered rock fragments, this is the C horizon, and then comes the subsoil or B horizon. Then we have topsoil or A horizon. Then above the topsoil we have O horizon. So this is O horizon or humus or surface layer. So these are the layers of soil, or you can call them as, you can call it as rock soil profile, sorry. So soil profile or soil layers includes humus, then topsoil, subsoil, parent rock or weathered rock fragments, you can call it, then bedrock. This is all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.